What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Happy day today. We are seeing some opportunity. Today was a red day for Bitcoin. It's showing strength, guys. It's showing strength. We'll take a look at some possible downside targets, but my bias is towards, if you watch the show, if you watch my channel, you know that my bias is towards the upside, and until I see otherwise, I'm going to keep with that bias. There's just way too much interest on Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at, also, aside from Bitcoin, altcoins. That's where you make your money. We're going to take a look at some charts that I think are interesting. Credi, Uno Re, Veracity. We're also going to take a look at the charts of cryptos that I bought, because for the last few days I've been selling crypto tanks, and which is a micro cap. All right, so I'll tell you the story there, and I'm taking the profits from that and putting them into other projects, like I do, putting it all back in to projects that I have higher conviction and feel as though they're going to perform well for me. Okay, so those are my buys: Aventus, Trias, Sinverse, and GQ. We're going to take a look at those charts, guys. All right, so there's some quite a bit of stuff to cover, and I want to be thorough. All right, this information could potentially help make you a lot of capital, a lot of money for this coming bull run. And so without further ado, let's do this. Because that is really the goal, right? That is the goal. We want to be positioned as best positioned as we possibly can to take advantage of the height of that bull run, as close as we possibly can to getting out at around the height of that bull run, whenever it is, either if it's in middle 2024, late 2024, early 2025, late 2025, we will be ready to sell. All right, DCA out. All right, so Bitcoin, just way too much. Look at this. All day today, it was threatening this this drop. I was playing with my son, so I wasn't watching it. Although this morning it was red, and I did make some moves this morning. I'm always trying to make the best moves possible. All right, so and I'm really lucky. So a source that is also in crypto tanks gave me some information that he was sleuthing. He was basically doing some investigation, and he came up with this information, and I'm like, it's credible. Showed me the wallet transactions regarding crypto tank, and well, I came to the conclusion that I should probably just sell out in good gains, right? Let's start off there. All right, so I did, and thankfully today we see this. So I try to thank my man, the guy, but he was like, "No, it's cool, man. You gave me a play already, Uno Re, so it's cool." This is what I like about this community. It's similar, well, not so much in boxing, for example. After there are two people sparring, at the end it's all love. You know, they actually give each other respect, hug it out, and because you just try to hurt each other. I mean, you don't really try to hurt each other, but I mean, you're trying to hit each other, right? Someone hurt them, and so similar here, but it's good to see some camaraderie. So if you're watching it, buddy, you know who you are. Thank you. That was a good call. And so, anyways, I was in nice profits, right here, nice profits. And I sold right around here. I sold here, and here, basically all right here, a little higher, 8's2, yeah, here. All right, so I'm taking that capital and I'm putting it into the market. So I was actually kind of happy that we had kind of a red day, and that my portfolio was down, whatever it was down, because I'm like, ooh, opportunity, cool. I just have some capital, and I want to put it in there. All right, so Bitcoin to me it is bullish. If you're gonna sit here and try to wait for it to drop, I mean, yes, are we gonna have a 20% drop at some point? Probably. All right, maybe even slightly more, but is it right now? I don't think so. We're still gaining momentum. We're still gaining momentum. I'm gonna say it's a little ways away. Although we can have these little red days like this, we can even have longer days like this. But let's just say devil's advocate and say before the halving we do experience a drop. Okay, so areas of resistance, of support, 69,179 is the first one. Okay, and so far we've wicked twice above it, and the bodies are at 71,000. Some bodies are like from the wicks. Let's just say from the wicks. Three little almost 4% off of those lows. Okay, so I mean that was a lot of buys, man. There's still a lot of interest in Bitcoin. There's no two ways around it. Okay, there just is, and there's going to be more. I mentioned a wave of buyers. Now it seems that retail is coming in. I just read that as far as searches, Bitcoin is now trending in Google searches. So retail is going to start to come in. It can start to get a little frothy, all right? And when it does that, then yes, a correction, okay? But I'm thinking we go a little higher. We go higher before that big 20% correction. Right now, maybe 10, 15, right? Now, let's look at downside, okay? So from here, right? So let's just took it from here. The first area, 69,179, all right? It's more or less. That would be a 6% drop from this local top, the most recent all-time high. All right, 6% drop. We could bounce there. We could see that. We could see 8, 9, no problem. I mean, we could even see a 13% drop, still no problem. All right, so there slight support, right? But if we break through all this, then the next area of support 58,164, and if we break that, then the next area of support 54,000. If that were like in the next couple of days, 53,000, right? 59. I mean, 53,000. Yeah, 54,000, 53,000. It goes up every day. Okay, that I think absolutely. I don't see it going below that, and honestly, I don't even see it dropping there right now because I think we still got a little ways to go, and we're gonna drop from higher. Okay, so right now from the top. What's 15? 20%. 20% is hitting that number, that 58,164. All right. If it hits this, that's 27%, and that is that would be roughly 53,600. All right, more or less. All right. So yeah, is it possible? Yes, for sure. Anything is possible. Is it likely right now? I just don't think so. The probabilities are lower. To me, for the downside, I think the probabilities are in the favor of the upside, all right? But, you know, that could change from day to day, all right? So, like the Fed, we are also data dependent, all right? But this is cool. If it does drop like that, guys, thank your lucky stars. That's one more bite at this apple, and this apple is going to be massive. This apple is going to be huge. This bull run is going to be bucking with the trend of diminishing returns. All right, from the previous cycle, obviously maybe not the first one, but I mean the previous cycle, the previous all-time high, the previous bull market. This one's going to blow it out the waters, in my opinion, because there's just a lot of money coming into the space now. A lot of money. 10 to 12 trillion market cap is not out of the question at the height of this bull run, in my humble opinion. All right, so that's how I'm playing it. Bitcoin is doing what it does. Let's take a look at a couple of interesting charts, altcoin charts. All right, Uno Re. After this nice move, we're seeing a nice correction. Getting eaten up right now, so this might be a good area to buy to start DCAing if you're interested in such a project. And the project is not bad. When it's hard to find quality projects, I'm sure you probably don't have too much exposure to well, yeah, maybe security. I guess this would be called security, insurance, right? Nothing sexy, but definitely needed. All right, and eventually this thing will pump. I think the fundamentals are in front of the technicals right now, and eventually they will catch up, and then things will just start moving up. I think this project is a good one, and the chart looks pretty good. Opportunity from what I see right there. Uno Re. Strong rejection. I thought we were going to try to get up to 7, right? We haven't gotten there, but a strong rejection could be just you know, the red days. It could be just people taking profits. But this is opportunity as far as I see it. If you were looking to get into this project, this is something where you would probably want to start nibbling into, right? When you see a trend like this, when you see a something like this, all right? These last couple of days, all right? Eventually it'll turn around, right? Maybe it consolidates for a little bit and comes back up, all right? So eventually you will be in profits. Veracity, VRA. This interesting chart to me, right? I was just noticing how much this thing is just coiling, and eventually, right, it's gonna go up. It might be a strong, something like this. Wow. Where we go up for a little while. I think Veracity can get to a dollar. There it is. 10 billion market cap, baby. From here, what is that? 10 billion market cap. Roughly right there. 72x. So doable. So doable. All right, next, Avtm. Ventus, I like this chart too. All right, so I'm not gonna lie, this is a micro cap, and I have a really strong feeling about this Ventus metaverse, and I could be totally wrong. I could be totally wrong. This is a metaverse graduate school. Its graduate school is in the metaverse, and I think it's an interesting idea. If they execute well, and so far it seems that they're doing all right. The chart is looking pretty good. To me, bullish, breaking right through here. I have been buying Ventus Metaverse. I had a few more buys to do, and this morning I did my last one here, and I think I'm good, because this is like a 500,000 market cap. All right, super risky, but I don't know. I got a feeling. Trias. Right here. I bought Trias today too because, well, why not? This thing is everything. This thing is in every freaking narrative, man. Are you crazy? This thing I think is gonna do like $1,000, man, and probably even more. All right, if I'm being honest, or else I wouldn't put money in it today. Synverse. I like Synverse, and I put more capital in here. And you know, Synverse, I probably put more capital here to this project than I have to all my other ones. Just right here, like this was nothing in amount that I put in here. But even so, this holding is worth more than what this is. That's crazy, isn't it? But I saw this drop, and I'm like, yeah, Synverse. Out of all my projects in my portfolio, it's down a good amount, and I'm like, yeah, definitely. Why not? Let me just lower my average buy price here on this one just by a smidge, but still, I think this thing eventually is going to keep going up higher. All right, this is an opportunity as far as I see it as well. That's why I bought it. And GQ. Galactic Quadrant. After this nice little pump, I took advantage of this nice little, not dump, but it got below here. And this is why I like to keep an idea of what my average is. It's tedious, right? To plug in the numbers after. It's tedious to do that in your portfolio, but it does help a lot. It does help a lot, guys. All right. Anyways, this morning when it dropped, it was down here. I'm like, yeah, let me buy that, because it was below my average buy. My average buy was a little higher, and I dropped it a little bit more. So that's good. If it drops down again, and I happen to catch it up here, although I think I've reached what I wanted, I more than doubled around double my capital outlay into it, and I might add a little bit more. I'm thinking it looks pretty good. And again, it's at a good area, relatively speaking. All right, good buy zone, relatively speaking. Kind of like Uno, laggards. Kind of like Trias, a laggard. I can't say Avtm because it's a new project. But it seems like it could possibly pump. Looks pretty good. All right, and I think that is pretty much. Oh, Credify. I don't know, guys. I think these things are diamonds. These things are going to make a lot of capital, a lot of money, a lot of returns. That's why I bought them. And I'm spreading the good word. All right, so I was mentioning it to you guys right around here, right? Yes, I was. And so, I mean, I obviously, when I was buying it, I also mentioned it to you guys. But lately, I was mentioning it to you right around here, and right around here. You know, from here to this top, I thought it could get up here. And funny how it got up here, and so far we're rejecting relatively hard. But I done what I thought it could have done. It bounced from right here. Boom. Good to see. Little rejection. Good to see that my TA is actually pretty decent. Obviously I'm never gonna get them all right, but it gives me an idea, right? So had I been a buyer, I would have bought here, right? And it would have been a good buy. It doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes it'll drop, and you gotta have some dry powder to put some more in it if you believe in it, right? Chase it a little bit, and you know, for example, I have been kind of chasing Sinverse, right? Just try to lower this average, so putting more money in. But I'm like, yeah, that's fine, because I just don't see other projects that I like as much, that I have as much conviction. I don't know, I don't see it. So I can only goes to where I feel that I wants to go. So yeah, man, $624 million market cap. That's nothing. It's nothing. I think a billion market cap, maybe even more. So really early to the game, guys. All right. And I think that's it. That's all I really wanted to share with you guys. In closing, whatever happens, however low this goes, thank your lucky stars, because that is opportunity. Treat it as such. All right, guys, treat it as such. Hopefully you have some dry powder and you're still able to pick up good gems. I'm focusing on pretty much the ones that I know right now. I'm really not focusing on anything else, because now it's kind of like I've been mentioning, and I want to really get it to you guys' mindset too, that as the bull run progresses, right, to the different stages of it, so does your mentality, so does your thinking, so does your outlook, so does your planning, right? Like your plan. Now you shift from accumulating to start to take profits, right? To take profits, or look to when you start to take profits, or how you're gonna formulate it, how you're gonna do it. Like, you just start planning that now. Now just start getting an idea of more or less where you think it could be, and just watching. Mostly watching. If you have more capital, if you can take advantage of a pump of a crypto that maybe you didn't have as much faith in anymore, and you're up on it, and you want to take the risk that, you know, it could continue, but you feel as though you want to take that capital and put it into other projects, fine, it's cool, you know, that's fine. But don't be playing the game of let me take all my money and put it in this one. Oh, this one pumped, let me take my own money and put it this one. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's probably the worst thing you can do. Don't chase pumps, man. A big thing of this is just finding really good entry points, right? Good entry point, as best entry points as you can during periods of consolidation, during periods of red. It takes patience. You sit on your hands a lot of the times, you know. So that's that. That's my rant, guys. If you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. Maybe we drop, but if it, like I said, if we drop, then for Bitcoin, then I think thank your lucky stars. But I honestly, I just don't see it happening. All right. I mean, not too much, not for a little while. That's that. All right. If you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.